when I was like 19, I read The Power of Now by Eckhart Tolle, and it's an amazing book. And the gist of it is that reality is happening now. Yeah, this is where, like right now, is when reality is happening. But we spend so much of our time thinking about the future, kind of fantasizing about the future, or thinking about the past, either reliving moments, reliving conversations, regretting things. And this was really like groundbreaking for me. And I gave a copy to my friend as well, my best friend at the time, and we went on this walking holiday together. And he was reading it, every night when we were doing this walking holiday in the Pyrenees, and he'd keep on coming to me and be like, "Oh, Jack, I just read this bit. It's just blowing my mind. This is just the most important thing I've ever read." And but we came across this problem because we were in the Pyrenees and it was stunningly beautiful, and we knew, well, this is reality. Here it is. Let's enjoy it. And yet our minds were still stuck because we were trekking, so it was very difficult. We had all of our stuff on our back. We couldn't enjoy the present moment. We were stuck in fantasies about, like, we kept on, oh God, isn't it going to be nice when we get to this place and then we can, have a nice meal, or isn't it going to be nice when we go home and we can like sleep in our beds rather than tents? And even though we were confronted with like the most majestic, moments and views and everything, our minds still habitually were going to the past or the future. Anyway, so I lived with this for like years, where I knew that the most important thing was to come into the present moment, and yet my mind just wouldn't do it. It just wouldn't do it. And then eventually I just cracked. I was like, okay, I need to find a way to kind of make this work in my life. And that was Buddhism. So Buddhism gave me a system of practice and a community that takes this central truth, right? That we're all kind of frittering away our lives, suffering meaninglessly because our minds are sabotaging our happiness, right? But we have the potential to be incredibly happy, and incredibly, we can live these bounteous, flourishing lives, completely engaged with each other in the present moment. But in order to do that, we need to train our minds. So it gives you practices and it gives you a community in which to live out that truth, rather than just kind of knowing it intellectually, but still being stuck with these habitual patterns of your mind. The most transformative thing for me is the community of Buddhists. So I live in London, and London can be quite a lonely, isolating place. I know lots of people who came here, and after a few years they just feel lost, because you don't have you have maybe friends from university, but they've got their own lives now, and you've maybe got work colleagues, but you don't have much in common with them. Or maybe you've got friends that you share hobbies with. But what's really, really special about the Buddhist, the Sangha, as we call it, the Buddhist community, is that you're relating with people and making friends with people who are very different to you. You've got a huge range of ages, experience, different nationalities, genders, all kinds of backgrounds and all kinds of personalities. And yet what you do share is, the deepest common values. That's like a commitment to the truth, a commitment to kindness, a commitment to love in the deepest sense. And it's incredibly nourishing to me to know that I can be with a group of my close friends within the community, and there's a context in which I can be honest about my life. I can be honest about my emotions and my thoughts, and that will be met with honesty and compassion, because that's like the implicit agreement, you know, between people in this community, is we're here to help each other become better people. Yes, the Dharma can change the world, is my short answer. My long answer is, it definitely can change me. Okay, it definitely can change me. And one of the ground truths of the Dharma is that nothing happens in isolation, right? So if I change, the world must change, because I'm just constantly in relation with the world. You know, I'm constantly in relation with my partner, my work colleagues, my people that I pass on the street every day, you know, the other people in the community, my family. Everyone is part of this huge web. You know, that, what is it they say about 6 degrees of separation? If you go to one person you know, and then all the people they know, and all the people they know, within 6 of those links, you've got everyone on the planet, right? So you are 6 links away from anyone on the planet. And when you think about it like that, you know, changing the world is like a bit of a cliche, isn't it? Because, like, what is the world? But if you think about the world as just all of the living beings in the world and the links between them, then definitely the Dharma can change the world, because it can change individuals, and individuals are the world. So this is one of my favorite verses, and it's from the Diamond Sutra. Thus should you think of all this fleeting world, like a drop of dew or like a star at dawn, a bubble in a stream, a flash of lightning in a summer cloud, a flickering lamp, a phantom, and a dream.